next battle, and yeah, there's a cut in this one too, blah. Anyway, we actually have two. First one is against Fridge, and the second one's against Volk, and I will explain why the second one is there when we come to it. Anyway, I need out Celebi, he's lit off with an electrode, and he's gonna set up Rain Dance, because that's kind of all electrode does, unless you feel like using it for a sunny day thing, which some people do. I don't know. It could work, I guess. Electrode is like one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. Anyway, I'm gonna set up Stealth Rocks, and I'm like, okay, he can't do anything to Celebi apart from HP Ice, and I don't care. So, while I probably should have gone to Spiritomb, because it makes a lot more sense, I actually go into Dave. Because, I don't know, I really should have just gone to Spiritomb. If he did go T-Bolt, then at least Spiritomb would live it and Sucker Punch, but I go into Dave, it does work out, he does go Explosion, I fucking nailed it. I suppose the Boom name was trying to sort of throw me off, but I was like, it's an Electrode, it doesn't really do anything. Anyway, he is going to go into a Relicanth, and I know that Relicanth is slow as balls. So I knew that I could endure, get me Leechy and Unburden, and then Outspeed and Thunderbolt. Or a Shadow Ball, and then explode. But hey, whatever. So he's going to go for a Head Smash, and of course it's going to take me down to 1 HP. I mean, it's a bloody Relicanth. It might be slow as balls, but Christ is it powerful. Although, to be fair, its attack isn't actually that good. It's iffy, but it's still pretty good. I mean, Head Smash is, like, retardedly strong. Although he doesn't have Rocky Head, but then again, I was like, why didn't he have Rocky Head? I was like, oh wait, he's got a Swift Swim. Derp. There you go, so that happens, and then he's like, well, shit. And he is going to go into his Ludicolo, and I see Ludicolo, like, I was checking to see if it had Swift Swim, and it doesn't, it's got Rain Dish, which is good, because that means I can explode. However, he makes the good play of going into Relicanth to take the explosion. However, he wasn't expecting the explosion. No one seems to expect the explosion, despite the fact that I got a freaking Leechy boost. But hey, whatever. So, he's actually going to go back into it because he figured I'd go into Celebi. I'm not sure why, but I don't know. So, Dave's explosion is wasted, but meh. At least that gets rid of Relicanth, which is, let's face it, is a just monster truck with rain up. So, I'm not going to moan about it. But I was a little bit sad that I didn't get to blow up on the Ludicolo. But anyway, Rain's still doing things, which is kind of frustrating, because he could have another Swift Swimmer, and we've already seen what happens when another person has a Swift Swimmer, so not great. But we can work around it. We've seen the Ludicolo's got Rain Dish, but I figure, alright, let's go into Ambibomb. Let's not go into Heatran, let's go into Ambibomb. So I can fake out and do stuff, and it's good. So in comes Scizor, and I know I can fake this out and get a bit of damage on there, because, you know, with fake out and Stealth Rock stuff, it's going to, you know, sort of build up a bit, and it'll be good. And, I know I can go into Heatran, because I kind of figured he would go U-turn, or Bullet Punch. Either or, it doesn't really matter, but I felt fairly confident in Heatran. Ballsy, but, you know, you'll see what happens. Oh, and later on. Anyway, so I was right, he does go U-turn, and I'm okay with that. But again, he could go into a Swift Swimmer, and Rain's still up, and that's not good. And in fact, he does. He goes into his Kingdra. He goes into his Kingdra, and that's poor. That's what that is. However, I do have Spiritomb, which I can Sucker Punch with, which isn't too bad. And I do also have Celebi, which I can go into and Sucker Punch. So I'm going to go into Celebi, because Celebi. And he is going to go for a Waterfall, and if I remember correctly, Celebi actually takes this fairly well. Which I do. I love you, Celebi. And then his rain runs out, and I was like, oh yes, let's go. Going good. So he's obviously going to have to Scarper out, and he's going to go into his Uxie. Another one. They're everywhere. I go for a Seed Bomb, and I'm pretty certain this actually doesn't do much. Yeah, it doesn't do much at all. Porygon 2 took it worse than that, so that just shows you how bleeding good Uxie is. It's just good, you know. But still, I can go for a U-turn and hit it like a train, made out of angry panthers, or honey badgers, whatever takes your fancy. I use that a lot. Most things I have hit like trains, made out of some such material, slash animal, slash person, that's angry or something. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of that going around. Anyway, I go into Spiritomb, and just like, I think it was Cammy's one, this Uxie is also a Yawn set. I don't know if it had Protect, but anyway, I'm not exactly in a hurry to hang around and get put to sleep, so I'm going to Scarper out. And I go into Ambibomb. Because I can U-turn, and if he wants to do the yawn game, then I can just U-turn between Celebi and Ambipom, and he will die at some undetermined point in time. So, that's pretty good. And I'm okay with that. So yeah, I don't know. He hasn't really got much to do with Uxie, because it's an Uxie. But he is actually going to hang around for a fake out, which could have been quite ballsy. To be fair, Life Orb Ambipom's U-turn would have done less than Celebi's, but yeah, and I'm fairly certain when I go for the U-turn, I don't actually kill. However, it turns out his Uxie's got U-turn, and I walk right into it. I U-turn out, and I'm still on my plan, like, okay, he didn't die, I will just go into Celebi and U-turn. And he goes U-turn and smashes my Celebi. He does kill me. I was kind of thinking, okay, it's a bloody Uxie, it won't do shit. Because I'm fairly certain it was someone else who had an Uxie and U-turned on me and I took it okay? I don't know. But anyway, he goes U-turn, kills me Celebi. I'm a little bit miffed. However, he did get a crit. I don't know if it mattered. Celebi was actually at quite low HP there. So, it might have done, it probably didn't. But still, as you saw when he switched out, looks like he would die to Stealth Rocks. Looks like it. It was pretty close though. Anyway, he's going to go into Sizzle, and I view this as another prime time to go into Ambipom, I believe. Because I can get another fake out on it. I mean, if I go into Heatran, he's just going to leg it. And I don't really get anywhere. So I figured this is a good time to go get another fake out on it and whittle it down a little bit more. And then this time, I'm kind of figuring, alright, I went into Heatran last time. That makes a pretty good amount of sense. However, I can go into Spiritomb. I'm not going to enjoy a U-turn. I'm really not. I'm not going to enjoy a Bullet Punch. But at least I can take it and maybe go from there. And then, if he does go for that, then I can go into Heatran. So I U-turn out, I go into Spiritomb, and he goes Superpower. And that's why the switch to Heatran was pretty risky the first time. Was a little bit iffy. Could have gone south pretty fast. But it didn't, so I'm happy. So he's locked into Superpower. He's not exactly going to hang around. So I figure, alright, so, good time to trick a band. I could have gone for a Wisp, but I was like, blah, I'm going to trick band. And he goes into Ludicolo, and I'm like, this is just going too well. Apart from the Dave explosion, this is going pretty good. And I suppose the Uxie killing Celebi, but other than that, So his Ludicolo is stuffed, basically, and he pretty much just gives up on it. He is just going to lock himself into Leech Seed, and I'm just going to go Pursuit, and we're going to... I go Wisp, and then I just kill him with Pursuit. So that works out fine for me. I'm not especially fast. And, it does take a while, but we do get there in the end. So, yeah. It's doing pretty good. And like I say, at the moment, after the match with Gobs, I mean, yeah, admittedly, his Rotom was naff, so it could have played out completely differently. Like I say, I got the win there. I'm feeling pretty confident here. I feel like I've gotten me mojo back. I feel like I'm in the zone. Wait, I haven't got the win here. Not yet. Not yet. Jump in the gun and I just spoiled the match. Good job, me. Good job. Professionalism. Oh, well. It's not the result, it's the way you get there. No one will deal with that, but it'll do. I spoiled it, that's my bad. And you know me, I'm not going back and recording this again. It's just something I don't do, unless I'm forced to, because I fucking hate re-recording things. It's like, when you're doing something live, you get your first natural reaction to things. It's another reason I quite like doing showdown videos a lot. And you go back, it's like, oh, I'm trying to recreate the reaction, and it's not quite there anymore, and Anyway, he's going to go to Kingdra. I don't particularly want to give it tons of Leech Seed, and I think, alright, I'm going to sack Ambipom. Well, sack is a brutal word. It's more, I went into Ambipom, depending on what you want to do, if you wanted to DD or something. As it turns out, he did DD, which is quite surprising, because it's on a rain team, so it's just like, Jesus, what are you trying to outspeed? Deoxys? But whatever floats his boat. So anyway, I go fake out, I do a bit, not enough. He is going to go Waterfall, I believe. Just making sure, because if he locked himself in an Outrage, then I go into Heatran, and then I Earth Power, and he hopefully dies. However, he's going to go for a Rest. Now, I was quite surprised at that, but at the same time, not really. Because, I don't know. It's just, I kind of figured he'd go for the kill, because I'm going to get a really powerful double hit. And I think I end up at about the same point, except he's burned his Chesto, so I don't know if that was really worth it for him. But whatever, he's going to go for a Waterfall, kill me off now. And, well, Heatran isn't going to outspeed it because Kingdra's slow as fuck. Well, Kingdra's fast as fuck, rather. Well, actually, it's not fast as fuck, but it's fast enough. So Heatran is going to outspeed it. So guess who gets to try and tank the hit of God again? Just like Gallade before this, Licky gets to try and take whatever this Kingdra can throw at him. Now, had he gone Waterfall and gotten a flinch, I would have been boned. However, he goes Outrage because this is the most powerful hit, and do you want to know what happens? Do you want to know what happens? I think you do. In time, because he took a while to think about it. Yeah. It took him a while. I suppose I can explain what I'm thinking here. It's sort of like, I could go Ice Beam, or EQ for that matter, and I do have a pretty good shot of killing it. Although bulky Kingdra is bulky, and I wasn't quite sure on that, so you know what I did? I exploded, and Licky takes the hit and goes boom. Licky has just been carrying the entire team. Licky and Dave have just picked up the entire team. And Life, I suppose. Yeah, Celebi's been helping out a bit. But it's pretty much just the Licky and Dave show. They've been so fucking good. And I was well chuffed. So Licky tanks a freaking +1 outrage, and I was just like, oh, Licky, does your awesomeness know no bounds? And I'm going to go in a Heatran, he's going to go in a Sizzle. Now here, the explosion might look like a bit, oh yeah, look at me win, go. No, it wasn't, because if I went Fire Blast and missed and he's superpowered, that sucks. That really sucks. I suppose, you know, I can go into Spiritomb and maybe kill him with a Pursuit, but it would have been a damn slight dice here. I didn't really want to fuck with that. So I could have gone Earth Power. I wasn't sure if Uxie would die to Stealth Rocks. I just wanted to get it out of the way. It wasn't showboating, honest. I promise it wasn't. But still, I got to explode on 3 guys. So my triple explosion, while it's completely ruining my sort of KD, if you will, because you know, the amount of Pokemon you have left over after each match is like going to be used in a tiebreaker for the tournament. It's working out, you know, I'm getting the kills, it's putting in a shift, and it's what, you know, it's giving me that sort of extra thing, which is why I loved Explosion. Fucking Game Freak, make it powerful again. It can completely turn the match on its head. Stop being so fucking stupid. Anyway, so yeah, after that match, I was feeling pretty good. I'd gotten another win under my belt. I was feeling, you know, I was doing alright. And, you know, I thought, okay, you know what? Yeah, I had a pretty rough go of it the first 4 matches. But now that I've got 2 wins under my belt, I've got a bit of confidence going, I'm feeling pretty good. And then Volk happened. So he's going to lead off with a Ninjask and the game is over. I am going to spoil this one. I am going to spoil it intentionally. Do you want to know why? Because his Ninjask sets up an SD as I U-turn out. It's going to protect on my Ambipom's fake out, and then it's going to baton pass to a Sizzle, and I lose. That's it. I have nothing. And this, while also completely crushing the confidence I had, also led me to a rather annoying realization that I probably should have picked up on from the first 2 battles. Whenever, like, I think it was Kote led off with a Blaziken, I lost pretty badly. And when Cammy led off with an Entei, was it? Yeah, it was an Entei. I didn't lose, but the only reason I didn't lose is because I got bullshit. Like, I was pretty boned. So, that's the thing. Like, I really like my team. It's got really good offense, it's really enjoyable, and it's quite fast-flowing, and it works really nicely for me, and I can blow up on everything. But if someone gets the upper hand first, that's it. Like, I'm done. Like, I spent, like, a good day thinking about how I could have avoided this situation, and I came up with nothing. Like, the only thing, like, if I U-turned into Heatran instead of Ambipom, then he just sub-protects, whatever, done. I lose anyway. He goes into something else and kills me. He might, the thing he went into might not have had priority, but he would have had more speed boost, so it was kind of fucking irrelevant. So I had nothing here, and he goes for another SD, and that truly kills it. My only hope was that Heatran would outspeed, and he doesn't, because it's a Sizzle. So I'm assuming it's offensive, or it wasn't a bulky Sizzle, because it's got Brick Break on it. So that's kind of it. It might have had Roost, but I don't know. So Heatran didn't outspeed, and that's it. It's done. And after 3 pokes die, I just run. So that's the thing. I was feeling pretty good and feeling pretty confident, but I had nothing to do there. There was no real way out of that. And that kind of frustrated me. I was really pissed off, but on the other hand, I had nothing for it, and the only way I could think of getting around that situation is having like a sashed raw poke. And I don't really want to do that. The only one I'd take out is Spiritomb, and again, as I said at the start of this, I looked at Yu and felt pretty uninspired, so while it's a pretty big gamble to keep rolling with these dudes, because as you've just seen, all it takes is a ninja scleed and I fucking lose. Like, what? I'm gonna keep trucking with them. So, I know, I was pretty frustrated, and yeah, but I gotta take it on the chin, I suppose. That's the thing. Anyway, so these are all the matches up to this point. From now on, hopefully, I will do my damnedest to make sure there aren't any bullshit cuts and that my webcam fucking works. Like it's supposed to. So there you go. So I am 2 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Not the best. Not the worst, mind, but it could have gone better. But there you go. So I just run. And I guess good game for whatever it's worth, Volk, but yeah, there. I will have my revenge one day. I'll have my revenge one day. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these couple of matches, and yeah, hopefully the next few are better. Anyway, I will see you guys in a bit. Peace.